So, good morning, dear participants. Am I audible? Good morning, dear participants. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, thank you so much for coming for the online presentation. In this dais, we have two resource persons. Dr. Daisy, Assistant Professor for Sociology, Narayana College. Followed by we have Dr. Malpanti, Assistant Professor, Department of Political Science, College, Islam. Followed by Dr. Marimuthu, Department Assistant Professor, Department of History, Kamaraj College. So these people will be taking care of technical session for today. Kindly ensure that you are starting on time and ending on. So the maximum time limit is 5 minutes for the presentation. Of course, participants, definitely you can share your screen. Then we will give access to share the screen based on the number. So kindly requesting you to rename, because some people they have given name as a Motorola, iPhone, because I don't know that which participant going to present. So kindly before starting the presentation, kindly introduce yourself to the forum so that they can do the needful of one. And number two, presentation time is for 5 minutes, and you can share your screen and you can talk, and you can the introduction session followed by the logical, followed by the findings and suggestions. And kindly ensure that you are able to have a good network connectivity. Because of internet issues, if you are not able to present, means we may not be able to listen your speech. So kindly requesting you to that accordingly. And now let me call the names, and definitely requesting you to be there. But if you're not able to be there, definitely we'll give you another chance. But once the presentation is over, we are very sorry to say that we can't give you any excess time. Once the presentation is done, we are not able to give you any extra time for presentation, since the resource persons are always busy with on the schedule. So without taking much time, let me invite Dr. Jaimati to present the bill. Dr. Jaimati. Jaimati is there? Yes.
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Jaimati from Dr. Jaimati from Lady Talk College. You can
Yes,
do
sir.
the
Available.
presentation, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
and I have made you the host. Now you can share your screen and you can do the presentation.
Yeah, I will share my screen, sir. Stop sharing computer. Sir, it's my PPT is visible, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Shall I start my presentation?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So, good morning to one and all present here. And I had chosen the topic study of ancient history through archaeological materials with a special reference to Indus Valley civilization. And archaeology, as we know, is the scientific study of past human behavior and cultural patterns through material remains, where within records are absent or undeciphered. As in the case of the Indus Valley civilization, archaeology becomes a strong foundation upon which historical narratives are built. In the words of B.B. Lal, the spade speaks more eloquently than the pen, and he said about the importance of archaeology for the studies of Indus Valley civilization. And coming to archaeology and history, the study adopts an interdisciplinary approach, bringing together history and archaeology to fill historical gaps and reconstruct life in one of the most advanced urban civilization in the ancient world. And coming to next slide, that is emergence and urbanization of Indus Valley civilization. Before explaining this slide, I would like to say what is history and what is archaeology. While history traditionally depends on textual sources, archaeology deciphers the past through tangible objects like seals, pottery, buildings, tools, graves, and yet these disciplines are not mutually exclusive. So, as A. Ghosh, who was a famous historian, rightly noted that archaeology becomes a history only when artifacts are given context by dating, stratigraphy, and comparative typology. Indus Valley civilization's timeline was flourished between 3200 BCE and 1300 BCE, extended across present-day Pakistan and northwest India and parts of Afghanistan. Cities of Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Lothal, and Rupa stands testimony to a highly organized urban life characterized by advanced planning, sanitation system, and architectural uniformity. And coming to the discovery discovery and excavation. Harappa was first brought to scholarly attention in 1842 by Charles Manson and later excavated in 1920 by Sir John Marshall and Rai Bahadur Ram Sathni. Similarly, Mohenjo-daro was unearthed by biopsy. Both cities reveal stunning urban features like grid pattern streets, standardized bricks, advanced drainage, and a water system, all pointing to a sophisticated civic administration. And my next slide is architecture plans like Plant City. One of the civilization's greatest contributions lies in its architectural uniformity, like Citadel of Mohenjo-daro, believed to house administrative and public buildings, includes what is now known as Great Bath. And next slide, okay. What are the culture and what are the art writing styles and what are the material cultures involved in Indus Valley civilizations or Indus scripts composed of about 400 to 600 pictographic symbols remains undeciphered, but it is assumed to denote trade, clan affiliations, or religious beliefs, and seals engraved with animal figurines like buffaloes, tigers, and enigmatic unicorn suggest symbolic in their economic functions. Artifacts like the priest king statue, dancing girl bronze figure, and bead jewelries, and pottery, gaming objects, and terracotta figurines reveals elements of everyday life and environment and entertainment of Indus Valley civilization, people's activities. And next to my slide is about what are the agricultural traditions followed by Indus Valley civilization people. It came from the Lothal sources, and it shows the dockyard and canal system implying not only irrigation but also maritime trade. Indus economy was supported by barley, wheat, cotton, and archaeologists found that Mesopotamia confirming that trade relations were robust and far-reaching. And coming to next slide, that is theories of decline, which will be involved in Indus Valley civilization was It was around 1900 BC. And what are the three main theories? That is Aryan invasions. It was quoted by Mortimer Wheeler, and climate change and weakened monsoons, and river course changes like Gagar Gagra, migration continuity in the post-Harappan culture. And because of the Aryan invasion, this Indus Valley civilization came to an end. This is one of the theory which was proposed by Mortimer Wheeler. And climatic change and weakened monsoons is another one reason for the theory decline of Indus Valley civilization. And again, migrations and continuity of post-Harappan cultures damage Indus Valley civilizations. All these are the theories giving decline about Indus Valley civilization. And I would like to conclude this my topic, and once again, study of ancient history through archaeological materials with a special reference to Indus Valley civilization. In conclusion, Indus Valley civilization stands as a compelling example of how archaeological material can reconstruct lost histories of written record text. The collaboration between historians and archaeologists allow us to read the silent stones and fragmented artifacts and breathe life into the ancient cities long buried. Archaeology just not supplementary history. It often authors its and through archaeological lenses. And we are not merely studying ancient breaks or beats. We are witnessing cultural, technological, and intellectual evolution of early India. I would like to ask, sorry, because I didn't introduce myself. I'm Dr. Jayamati, working as an assistant professor in the PG and Research Department of History, Lady Doe College. Thanks for the opportunity for the entire session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. First of all, congratulations. You are very nice and clarity of your presentation. Congrats. Madam.
Thank you, sir.
Madam, on clarification, not a question. Why did you choose this particular topic, ma'am? Any special importance, any something special of this topic?
Actually, in our seminar, they have given domain for history, like compiling study. So I have taken archaeology and history as an interdisciplinary approach with a special reference to Indus Valley civilization.
Okay, okay, nice. Thank you, ma'am. Congrats.
Thank you, sir. Any questions, sir?
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am, for the presentation.
Thank
So
you,
now
sir.
let me invite Dr. Sandan Veni Tirupati from Telangana. The Sandan Veni is there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, all. I am Dr. Sandaven Tirupati. I am working as a history lecturer in Sanskrit Degree College, Vemlavada, Telangana State. My topic is social reforms in Hyderabad State, role of various organizations, a study. The study is mainly on dependent secondary sources. The Hyderabad State ruled under the autocratic rule of Nizams. They exploited the poor and innocent. The society suffered from social evils such as the sati, firewalking, and domestic slavery. The worst of the economic evil was Vetti Telangana. In Telangana, dowry, infant marriages, and premature widowhood worsened in the condition of the women in the society. Widow marriages were confined only the two lower castes. Devadasi, prostitution, parada, was common in Muslim and Hindu communities. As the education was the main, it resulted in superstitions. Contrary on this, British India, the impact of Western ideas brought structural changes as a urban-based educated middle class emerged. The intellectual impact of Bengal, Maharashtra, and Andhra played a key role in constructive reformation movement in Hyderabad state. People grew socially and became aware due to the effort of effort of the missionaries and non-locals. Several social reform organizations established, like like Young Men's Improvement Association, Theosophical Society, Hindu Social Club, Malwal Sabha, Humanitarian League, Social Service League, Jeevadaya Prachara Mandali, Akhila Bharata Arjuna Sevak Sangh. So, like this organization established to eradicate social evils in the state. The article highlights the role of social reformer and organization in fighting against the social evils and their efforts to reform the society in Hyderabad state. The impact of these activities also encouraged the educated section in overall Telangana region to work the social reforms. So conclusion, influenced by the Western education and ideas, the social reforms movement pioneered a constructive reformation in Hyderabad state in 19th century. Many social reform organizations established in Hyderabad under the leadership of eminent leaders and writers made a human service to eradicate social evils in the society. The impact of the activities also encouraged the educated section in overall region to work the social reforms. Thank you, sir. Sir, I completed my presentation, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir.
Sir, any important suggestions for your study, sir?
Sir, I completed my PhD on social reforms and freedom movement, sir. So that's why I selected this topic.
Any other particular suggestions for this study,
Sir,
for your research paper?
sir.
Any special suggestions you want to say?
Sir, yes, sir. Present day, so many difficulties in downtrodden our society. So that's why I select this topic, sir. So I want to eradicate the social evils like nowadays. Sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you so much for the presentation. Now, let me invite Dr. Purni ma'am. She is having a meeting with officials. So she asked me to bring it. And from this onwards, we will be having the sequence of the serial number, which will be strictly followed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the concern, sir. Shall I present, sir?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Continue.
Madam, please present, ma'am.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am, you can share your screen. Ma'am, you can share your screen, ma'am. I have made as a host.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next presenter is Dandevar sir. Kindly get ready, Dr. Pundi Rao C. Danirwal, Department of Sociology from Chandigarh. After this presentation, your presentation is there, sir.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
So my name is Pooja. Was my name called because I got a notification for unmuting from the host?
Bennett sir, please follow.
Is what happened, sir?
Bennett sir, I got a notification that the host is asking me to unmute. So I just wanted to confirm if I missed out on getting my name called.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No. Your name is on the pipeline, ma'am.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
we have
Sir.
a presentation from one more faculty. Once it is done, we will follow the sequence number, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Sorry.
Now it's time for the Purnima Chetan, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah.
please
Okay.
start, ma'am.
Sir, I do next presentation, sir. My screen is not visible. I'm trying to share, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Bennett sir, please call up for next presenter.
So can I call upon next person? So please come. The faculty from Department of Sociology, Dr. Pundirao C. Daniravar. Are you there? Fine. Ritish, PhD scholar, are you there? Okay. Pooja was
Yes, sir.
there. Ritish is there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can do the presentation now.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Ritish sir, I go mute as a co-host. Now you can share your screen and you can do the presentation.
Okay, sir. Good morning, one and all distinguished dignitaries of the session and other participants. Let me share my screen. Sir, I am Ratish, research scholar at University of Kerala in disastrous communication. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the context of escalating climate volatility and socio-ecological disruptions, disasters have emerged as critical junctures that expose systemic vulnerabilities and catalyze grassroots transformation. So my paper critically examines the intersections of disastrous communication, resilience, risk governance through the lens of community mobilizations in Kerala. So it draws a comprehensive analysis of secondary data, including academic literature, government reports, and policy brief, and on media coverage also. So as we know, focusing primarily on the 2018 and 2019 floods in Kerala and 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami and COVID-19 pandemic, my study explores how Kerala's vulnerable coastal communities transitioned from disaster-affected populations to proactive agents of resilience. So employing interdisciplinary frameworks from disaster studies, political ecology, and social movement theory, my research underscores how local actors have engaged in decentralized, culturally grounded responses that challenge technocratic up-down approaches to disaster risk management, especially we are in the era of transformative technologies. So the emergence of people-centric initiatives such as community kitchens, Kudumbashree networks, that is women centered service in Kerala, and local self-government's role. They led flood mitigation. These all illustrates the nuanced form of resilience rooted in solidarity, collective memory, and democratic participation, I think. So my paper also argues that these responses constitute a resilience movement, an organic, culturally embedded form of resistance that redefines risk and reclaims agency in the face of structural and environmental challenges. So by repositioning resilience as a socially reduced and politically active force, my research calls for a reconceptualization of disaster governance that centers community voices and experiential knowledge. So community and community engagement plays a pivotal role in disaster mitigation. So the findings highlight Kerala not only as a site of disaster, but also a dynamic landscape of civic innovation and transformative resilience. So when we come to the profile of Kerala, it's a disaster-prone state, heightened to coastal, especially coastal problems. As Kerala has over 590 kilometers of coastal line with densely populated districts such as Alappuzha, Kollam, facing heightened exposure to sea level rise, saline intrusion, and extreme weather events. So Kerala's response, actually, this disaster resilience response is shaped by a strong tradition of decentralization through its three-tier Panchayati Raj system. Local self-governments, they all play a critical role in risk mitigation and disaster response. So the Kerala State Disaster Management Authority functions as the nodal agency for preparedness and policy guidance. So I have taken some case studies, especially about the coastal district, Alappuzha, Kollam, Ernakulam, etc. So in Alappuzha, we have seen community-driven flood mitigation strategies. Alappuzha, known for its low-lying geography, was severely impacted during the 2018 floods. So local fishermen played a crucial role in rescue efforts, mobilized spontaneously through community networks. So their local self-government coordinated with the Kudumbashree. That is what I said, the state women-led poverty eradication system to set up community kitchens and emergency shelters. And in Ernakulam, urban flooding and local innovation was very important in that district, especially the citizens. A volunteer network such as Unboard Kochi, that was the name of that program, collaborated with the district authorities to manage logistics, social media-based rescue coordination, and resource distribution. So the Kochi Municipal Corporation experimented with decentralized rainwater harvesting and solid waste clearance to reduce urban flood risk after that. When we come to Kollam, that is after the post-tsunami coastal reconstruction in 2004. We know after the 2004 tsunami, fishing communities in Kollam organized the resistance to state-driven relocation policies that threatened their coastal access. So NGOs like Sneha and Seeds India facilitated participatory planning. The role of institutions and civil society in Kerala, especially through KSDMA, Kerala State Disaster Management Authority, has developed innovative tools such as Monsoon Preparedness Handbook and Flood Hazard Zoning Maps, which are used by local self-government for localized planning, and it promotes a cultural preparedness through public drills, school programs, and panchayat level training. So such a resilience work, all the units have emerged as key actors in resilience, managing shelters, distributing relief, and offering psychosocial support. So their role underscores the gender dimension of resilience as everyday care work. So here the role of local self-government in Kerala are uniquely empowered through fiscal and administrative decentralization. Many have established disaster management cells and implemented community-based early warning system. For instance, in Ararikulam Panchayat in Alappuzha district, they install a local flood alert siren system. So resilience, when we come to resilience as a social movement, the convergence of community agency, decentralized governance, and civic participation in Kerala points to a broader phenomenon, that is the emergence of resilience as a social movement. So this movement is characterized by narrative ownership, collective participation, distribution of hierarchies. That is a challenge. That is challenging centralized and executionary disaster management. Sustainable risk recovery is also important because that emphasis on ecological balance, equity, and participation. So I would like to conclude my paper with the statement that Kerala as a disaster resilience trajectory underscores the importance of democratizing disaster governance. The lived experiences and innovations of coastal communities reveal the resilience is not a passive condition, but an active, evolving process that grounded in local knowledge, social solidarity, and institutional synergy. So reconceptualizing resilience as a social movement broadens the analytical lens beyond recovery and technical adaptation, I think. So it highlights the transformative potential of community-led responses that confront systematic inequalities while building future-ready societies. So disastrous communication and community engagement plays a pivotal role in mitigating disaster, all kinds of natural disasters, I think. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, I have completed my presentation.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Sir, I have completed my presentation.
Okay, thank you, sir. Congratulations. Sir, the state of Kerala frequently experiences horrific natural disasters.
Yes, sir.
Are the actions taken by the government to prevent this sufficient, or what other measures are needed, sir? If your own opinion, please, sir.
In my opinion, the government of Kerala is not focusing on effective disaster risk communication. That's very important. Communication is there because they don't use transformative technologies. Effective disaster risk communication is crucial for minimizing the impact of disasters. That is why I focus on effective disaster risk communication. It's not a mere risk communication, because numerous challenges persist in this field, hindering the efficacy of communication strategies. So we have to implement the transformative technologies. We are living in the era of artificial intelligence and robotics. So in my opinion, there is no last mile communication. The information should reach the last person of the vulnerable community. In Kerala, as far as Kerala is concerned, they open a 24-hour control system only during monsoon season. We need everyday communication system, last mile communication system, 24-hour control room, not only during monsoon season, every day of the year.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, sir, what is the theoretical of presentation?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, a political ecology, there is social roots of disaster vulnerability. I would just conducted a study on that, and a social movement theory also, collective and resistance, because community engagement is not there in Kerala. Actually, that is not simply a mere mock drill or what just distributing some help under the district collector. That is not community engagement. We need a local leader, because the government's policy should pass to the local leader, and we need the help of the local leader, because the localized community network is important, because they are not ready to obey the rules of SP or collector during calamities. If there is a local leader, if the local leader says something, don't go there, or there is a calamity coming, you come back, they are ready to obey that. So localized community engagement is mandatory. That is not there. That is what I found from the theoretical framework. Also.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, thank you so much. That's a good presentation. Now let me invite Punditaro Didanve. Are you there? Final call? Okay, fine. Pooja
Sir, what
Vasant is
about
there?
Purnima Sadhupati?
Pooja
Is there?
Vasant, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Just give me a second, sir.
Yes. Yes, Pooja Vasant, you can do the presentation, followed by Purnima Sedukar. Pooja Vasant, you can do the presentation, followed
Yes,
by Purnima.
just a second. I'm sharing my
Okay,
screen.
okay. Please, paper presenters, kind request. First of all, please just intro yourself first. Just 1 or 2 lines.
Yes, sir. Just
Thank
share the screen first. Is the PPT visible?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, hello everyone. Good afternoon, all the respected panel members, experts, and all other participants present in the session. My name is Pooja. I reside in Pune and I work as a mental health counselor at Bharati Vidyapeeth. And I am pursuing my PhD in psychology from Banasiri Vidyapeeth under the guidance of Dr. Ritiraj. The topic for my research paper, which I shall be presenting today, is comprehending the correlation between emotional intimacy and psychological well-being in women. Before delving deep into what emotional intimacy is, it is very important to understand how love plays a role in our development, because from that stems intimacy in relationships. To start with, loving someone or getting loved shapes our personality since the beginning of our life. It's just the roles and relationships which become transient with time. What I mean with this is it starts with our own house, where we have our primary caregivers, then it spreads to our relatives, then friends, and then the horizon just keeps broadening in terms of our professional and personal lives. At the same time, when we get all of this, when all of this is balanced in our personal and professional lives, we feel like we are a part of something, we are a part of someone's life. It induces a confident, a positive feeling in oneself. And when that feeling is returned, it makes one feel that they are important, they are an identity in someone's life altogether. Now, from a psychological and theoretical point of view, it hones one from a psychodynamic, then a humanistic, a cognitive, and from a socio-cultural perspective as well. In the same regard, referring specifically to women, the concept of love and females is closely connected. That is what I feel, and that is what made me select this topic, because it is very important concerning the way she is made, her biological makeup, and that has a lot to do with the way she functions in her later life. It becomes a crucial aspect of her psychological identity. When I selected this topic, it does not disregard that the concept of love has nothing to do with men, or it does not project women to be gullible in any manner, as that is not the intention of this particular paper. I'll move on with the first slide now. Now, when we refer to emotional intimacy, this is very, very important in any relationship. This is something which is culminated with time. This is something which is developed with efforts, where both the people involved in the relationship have to develop it stronger with with doing a lot. I mean, doing things for each other, building that trust for each other. Then that trust, if developed strongly, helps build a stable connection altogether for each other. Then that sort of helps the person individually in terms of gaining mental strength, in terms of increasing confidence, in terms of being comfortable when it comes to communicating your concerns to the person. In this particular context, I'm talking about women with their spouses, obviously, and how does that affect their psychological well-being in terms of what level of comfort do they share with their spouse in the relationship, and how in turn that affects their mental makeup, or in terms of how does that affect their emotional, their physical, their spiritual well-being altogether. Here I focused on these research questions. Now this all of is secondary data collection. All of this gathered is secondary data collection. So here I've addressed the questions, as in first being how is it important for women, as in how is intimacy important for a woman in a relationship, how does it affect her altogether. Then if the woman shares a good level of trust, if the sharing or if the intimacy level is healthy, if it is positive, how does that affect the comfort level of the woman in the relationship? Because there are a lot of relationships where if the comfort not shared, it leads to compromise, it leads to a lot of development of mental health problems for women. Then how is psychological well-being in women? Like, for everyone, psychological well-being is a very subjective concept. For some it can be just about a purpose, just about very basic happiness. For some, it can be basic happiness as well as achieving something in their life, which we call as eudaimonic well-being as well as hedonistic well-being. Then next is how is well-being in women correlated with relationship satisfaction? Like, on which par do they put their relationship satisfaction on? And then lastly, what is the relationship between emotion and behavior? Like, what they feel, how do they express that with their partners? If expressed, obviously it will help them in terms of displaying positive, displaying adjustive behavior, adaptive behavior. And on the other hand, if it is not expressed positively, or if it is not expressed at all, if there is stonewalling in the relationship, that is not going to function well in their behavior towards their partners as a result. Next, the significance, like the importance of selecting this particular topic, it is to display the psychological reality of women, considering the cultural honing, the cultural conditioning of women in today's society, may it be whatever profession they are in, may it be whatever financial status they might be having. It's still that there are still some sides, there are still some shades to women which are not really understood the way they should be. Then there is reinforcing the empowerment for their emotional stability. Now, this can come in terms of their physical well being, their menstrual cycle. All of that also plays a lot of role in the way they behave, in the way they can have some difficulties, and then how are those difficulties addressed altogether. And then also to induce self awareness for themselves, like not letting them take the back seat, which happens with a lot of them, so that should not be compromised. Next is the review of literature. You have gathered some review of literature basing on just...
Ma'am, last 1 minute, ma'am.
Sorry, sir?
Last 2 minutes, ma'am.
Yes, sorry, sir. I'll just sum it up. Now, here the review of literature is focusing on marital satisfaction in general, then the women working women, then also women who have dealt with postpartum depression, or how do they deal with the effects of motherhood in general. Now, in all of this summed up all together, we can see, or the results or findings are that if there is a good level of understanding, if there is a good level of relationship satisfaction with their spouses, like I said, if there is a good level of intimacy and understanding displayed by their partner, it can provide them with a what we can say a scaffolding or a good emotional cushioning altogether, which helps them feel comfortable in the relationship, deal with all these challenges which they come across or encounter in their life. Now, these are the methodologies which were gathered in all of the reviews. In this, probability, non-probability sampling techniques were used, and altogether around 300 or 350 women were selected to get a broader analysis. Then the types used were mixed method designs, longitudinal patterns, and in certain cases, comparative approaches were also implemented to understand the differences where emotional intimacy played a role and where it did not play a role. And in first, there were these scales that were utilized, some of which were on psychological well-being, some were measuring resilience, some were measuring mental health altogether. Like I said, these are just the results put on, which I have already discussed about. Here is the table for the same.
Ma'am, your presentation is very nice. Thematic definition of your topic.
Sorry, sir. Can I end the slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, I'm done with my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Thematic definition of your topic, ma'am.
So it is about emotional intimacy, like I said. So what is intimacy? Basically, understanding between the couple altogether. And when there is understanding between the husband and the wife, how does it affect the woman? How does it affect the mental health of the woman in general? How safe does she feel in the relationship? And then how does that affect her well-being on every level?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
A good study for the current situation, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your
I
feedback.
wish to I wish today's educators to explore such topics and provide various solutions to the society.
Yes, sir.
Congrats, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. That's a beautiful presentation. Let me invite Adrija De, undergraduate student, Department of English Literature, PSGR Krishnamal College for Women.
Yes, yes. Am I audible? Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
sir.
Yes, beta, you are audible, beta.
Yes, yes, sir. Let me just present my screen.
Are you able to share the screen?
Yes, I can.
I have given permissions to you to. Yeah, fine. It's visible. You can start.
Yes, sir.
If participants
Okay,
requesting you to
so
kindly please be on time, since we have nearly about 20 paper presentations.
So good afternoon, everybody. Today I'll be presenting my paper, which is titled "The Bowls of Bengal: Sacred Outlaws and Decolonial Resistance." And my name is Adrija De. I'm an undergrad student from the Department of English, PSGR Krishnamal College for Women. So before I begin, let me briefly introduce who the Bowls are. For those unfamiliar with them, the Bowls are a group of wandering spiritual practitioners from Bengal, known for their soulful songs and simple nomadic lifestyle. They are often seen singing with an aktara, wearing saffron robes, and living outside mainstream society. But the truth is, Bauls are much more than folk singers. They are spiritual rebels who defy caste, religious dogma, gender norms, and even property and marriage. So, my presentation explores how the Bowls embody that what I call sacred outlawry, a form of spiritual resistance that challenges social hierarchies through love, desire, and the sacredness of human body. So let's begin. Okay, so the introduction. Bowls are often imagined as like peaceful, saffron-clad minstrels singing songs of divine love, but this romanticized image conceals their true identity. Bowls are subversive spiritual practitioners who actively challenge caste hierarchies, like rigid gender norms, religious orthodoxy, and even norm colonial constructs of morality. My aim is to reclaim the bowels as sacred outlaws, rebels whose spirituality becomes a form of resistance. I adopt a decolonial framework to show how bowels embody indigenous lived philosophies that defy both Western and Brahminical paradigms. My research objectives, like the research challenges the stereotypical view of bowels as like more than mere folk artists and instead emphasizes their radical politics. It explores how they resist institutions like religious, political, and social, and how their use of the body as a site of liberation subverts patriarchal and colonial control. Finally, I look at how Baul philosophy remains relevant today, especially in an era of nationalism, moral policing, and social conservatism. The genesis of Baul identity. Bowls are deeply syncretic. They draw from Tantra, which values the body and sacred sexuality. Sufism influences their search for the modern Manush, or the inner beloved, as we say. Bhakti traditions, particularly the Radha Krishna paradigm, contribute their emotional depth. Most importantly, bowls are rooted in folk performance. They reject scriptural and institutional authority and instead transmit their philosophy through songs, riddles, and lived experiences. Now, anti caste egalitarianism. Bowls live what they preach. They reject caste in practice by living in mixed communities and sharing meals without distinction. Their songs ridicule the concepts of purity and pollution. Under British rule, caste was institutionalized through census and law. They refused to be categorized, making their anti caste stance a powerful act of resistance against both Brahmanism and colonialism. Gender's transgression and androgyny. Uh, like Baals transcend gender. Their ideal is the Shahoj Manush, which is a Bengali term for the natural human, who is neither strictly male nor female. Baals often cross dress or live in partnerships that reject conventional marriage. This is not mimicry of Western queer theory. It is indigenous queerness rooted in ancient Indian traditions. They embody a third space beyond binaries and beyond societal expectations. Embodied mysticism, the Dehatattva. Central to the Baal philosophy is the Dehatattva, the doctrine of the body. Baals believe that the body contains the divine and must be explored, not denied. Semen and menstrual blood are not impure, but powerful spiritual energies. Their practice of erotic union or methuna becomes a sacred ritual. This confronts two oppressive systems, Brahminical purity laws and Victorian prudishness imposed by colonial rule. For Bowles, desire is not sin, it's sacred. The rejection of marriage and property. Bowles have rejected marriage as a legal or religious contract. Instead, they form spiritual partnerships, sangis, which is like based on mutual growth. They do not accumulate wealth or property. The rejection of fixed identity, inheritance, and ownership aligns with anti capitalist and anti nationalist values. They are free, not just spiritually, but also economically and socially. Now, the Moner Manush, the inner beloved. At the heart of Baul philosophy is the concept of Moner Manush. This is the divine presence within each of us. Baul seek this beloved through breath, intimacy, and self awareness. In rejecting external rituals and religious institutions, they turn inward. This inward journey becomes a radical rejection of spiritual hierarchy and a reclaiming of personal divine authority. Now, the contemporary relevance of Baals in today's generation, today we are witnessing a rise in caste violence, religious orthodoxy, and nationalist moral policing. Baal philosophy stands as a counterforce. Their celebration of love, fluidity, and radical freedom offers a decolonial path forward. Bowles remind us that liberation does not lie in law or purity, but in embodied, defiant, and inclusive living. Now, to end my presentation, Bowls are not just passive singers, they are sacred outlaws whose very existence is a protest. Their spirituality is political, their bodies, songs, and nomadic lives resist oppression. In their world, to desire is to transcend, to sing is to protest, and to wander is to be free. Their lives call us to embrace defiance through love, a revolution of the spirit. Thank you, everybody, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Congratulations
Yes,
for your nice study. Thank you so much.
thank you, sir.
I thought UG student, undergraduate student.
Yes, yes,
Very
sir.
nice, very nice. Best wishes to your future.
Thank you, sir. So, any
Yes, thank you so much
questions?
for the good presentation, ma'am. Now let me invite Purnima, ma'am.
Okay.
Dr. Purnima, ma'am, are you there? Dr. Purnima, ma'am? Okay, fine. So, Chitra, ma'am, are you there? I am Chitra from Sharatakar College. Sylvia, are you there? Sylvia, MA History from Sharatakar College. Roshni, ma'am, are you there? Roshni, first MA History.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, you can do the presentation.
Okay, sir. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. I am Roshni, first MA History in Saratakar College in Tirunelveli. Today I will be present by paper Arya Samaj, a reform in model India.
Ma'am, are you sharing your PPT or you are
Speech only, sir.
Okay, fine. Oral presentation.
Okay.
You continue.
Thank you, sir. Introduction. Arya Samaj was in Swami Vivekananda, Sri Swami Vivekananda in 1875. Religion and social reform. Arya Samaj was not a remount in community or social or from investment. Caste and social qualities. The Arya Samaj was the of all inventing and social movementing. Women empowerment. The one of the positive of Arya Samaj was it complete to women empowerment. Education of quality. Now, education was to Arya Samaj from social and reforms and colleges and school India in North India. Political and national. Arya Samaj was played in rural and people work in Hindu and Muslims. Social and reforms and Arya Samaj. Arya Samaj was Hindu society and social had taken to rural of city. Caste and caste. Arya Samaj opposite the right caste and under polity. Education. The movement of placement in the speech of model education. Conclusion. They have a conclusion. Arya Samaj was the justice in founder of social in light and reform quality and editors in Arya Samaj. Thank you.
Arya Samaj, any impact to the society, any particular changes? Anyone?
Sir, Arya Samaj. I am talking in Tamil.
Yeah. சொல்லுங்க தமிழ்ல பேசு.
Okay, sir. சார் ஆரிய சமாஜ் வந்து சுவாமி தயானந்தா சரஸ்வதியை வந்து இது பண்ணது 1875.
ஓகே ஓகேம்மா. நான் என்ன கேட்கிறேன்னா, ஆரிய சமாஜா வந்ததுனால ஏதாவது ஒரு பெரிய மாற்றம் வந்திருக்கும். நிறைய மாற்றங்கள் வந்தது. அது இம்பாக்ட் நிறைய இருந்தது. அதுல ஏதாவது ஒண்ணு சொல்லுங்க.
எஜுகேஷன் சார், எஜுகேஷன், அப்புறம் கேஸ்ட் அது.
ஓகே ஓகே. ரெண்டுமே ரொம்ப மெயினானது சொசைட்டி. ஓகே ஓகே. தேங்க்யூ. கங்க்ராட்ஸ்.
தேங்க்யூ. தேங்க்யூ சார்.
தேங்க்யூ.
Yes, thank you so much for the presentation. Barbie
Thank
Priya
you.
Gopal. Barbie Priya is there? Barbie Priya, are you there? P. Rajalakshmi, are you there? From MA Street Department? P. Rajalakshmi? M. Vimala, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Vimala ma'am is there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yes.
Sir, I am Rajalakshmi.
Rajalakshmi?
T. Rajalakshmi, sir.
Wait a
PhD
minute, wait a
scholar.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
You
Hello,
can share
sir.
your screen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, your name?
I'm Barbie. I just heard you call my name. I just having some problem to unmute it.
Okay, fine. Now let her do the presentation, then Barbie you can do.
Okay, sure.
Since
Thank
already
you.
the person is ready, let us
Okay,
go
okay.
with it.
Okay.
Followed by Barbie. Get ready with your presentations. Yeah, you can start. Rajalakshmi, you can start.
Okay, sir. Sir, I am Rajalakshmi, PhD scholar, Department of History, Sri Meenakshi Government College for Women in Madurai, sir. Sir?
Okay, continue, please.
Good morning, sir. My topic is cradle baby. Sir, my screen, you can see my. 1 minute, sir.
Okay.
Sir, my PPT, you can see my screen, sir.
Ma'am, if you're not able to share your PPT, no problem. You can start the presentation, ma'am. Since we have 20
Okay, sir.
presentations
Okay,
left.
thank you,
If you're
sir.
not able
Okay,
to share, no problem. You can continue with the presentation.
Okay, sir. Okay. My topic is Cradle Baby Scheme, protecting the girl child, sir. A government initiative against female infanticide. The introduction, definition of Cradle Baby Scheme launched in Tamil Nadu in 1992. Initiative by Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha. Purpose, curb female infanticide and protect abandoned infants. Background, female infanticide in rural India, strong patriarchal mindset, dowry pressure, alarming drop in child sex ratio, need for intervention. Objectives, provide a safe, anonymous alternative to abandonment, prevent female infanticide, improve child sex ratio, raise awareness about gender equality. Implementation, a cradle placed in government hospitals, PHCs, child welfare center, infant care, rehabilitation, and legal adoption, and district level monitoring and awareness campaigns. Role of PHC, first point of contact for vulnerable mothers, spread awareness in rural areas, immediate medical care for surrounded babies, link between community and welfare authorities. Achievements, thousands of infants saved, reduced female infanticide in high-risk districts, boosted awareness about the value of girl children. Recent trends, decrease in the number of surrounded babies, possible reason, social progress, other schemes taking effect, lack of awareness in some areas. Way forward, focus on women empowerment, provide economic and social support to vulnerable families, strengthen laws, education, and public mindset change. Then conclusion, Cradle Baby Scheme was a bold and compassionate step. Saved lives but need to be part of a longer strategy. True success lies in a society where every girl child is welcomed and cherished. Thank you, sir. Any question?
Yeah, thank you, Roshni ma'am. It is a thank you, Lakshmi ma'am. It is a good presentation, and you have highlighted many things about the
Okay, sir.
need as well as the problem's importance. Yeah, now the floor is open for discussion. Those who want to ask your doubts, you can ask.
Sir? Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Once again, sir. Sir, any questions, sir?
Okay, now let me invite Barbie, followed by Vimala. Get ready, please. Followed by Dr. M. Vimala, Assistant Professor, Department of History, Sita
Yes, sir.
Lakshmi, Archie College for Women.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm Vidma, a PhD research scholar, the Meenakshi Government Arts College for Women, Madurai.
Ma'am, what's your name?
M. Vimala, sir.
Ma'am, we have one more presentation. Barbie is there. Barbie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm trying to share my screen.
Your screen is visible. Your screen is visible.
Okay,
Barbie ma'am, let her complete. After Barbie ma'am, Vimala ma'am can start the presentation.
Okay, sir.
Sorry, Vimala ma'am, for the miscommunication.
Is my PPT visible, sir?
Visible.
Yes. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Barbie Priya Gogoi, a final year BA History student from PSGR Krishnamal College for Women. Today, I'm honored to present my research title, The Cultural Fallout of Migration, Social Movement and the Erosion of Indigenous Heritage in Assam. This is not just a paper, it is a story of identity, resistance, and a fight to preserve what defines a person. My research examines how decades of migration, particularly from present-day Bangladesh, have led to a slow and often painful erosion of Assam's indigenous culture, language, and political representation. In response to this demographic and cultural upheaval, social movements like Assam Agitation emerge, not simply as a protest, but as powerful expression of cultural resistance. Assam, the land of Red River and Blue Hills, have always been a vibrant mosaic of languages, tribes, and traditions. But behind its natural beauty lies a deep and unresolved anxiety, a fear of cultural extinction caused by relentless waves of migration. This is not new. Migration shaped Assam's demography for over a century, but what makes the recent decades significant is the scale, speed, and politicization of this change. My research is guided by two key questions: to explore how demographic shifts have eroded indigenous heritage of Assam and its linguistic, regional, and cultural consequences, and also to analyze how social movements have resisted these changes and how far it was successful to protect Assam's identity. Moving forward to the historical background. Also, for the methodology, I have used descriptive and historical method. I'm referring to secondary sources like relevant books, journal reports, and censuses. So, the historical background. British colonial policies, especially the Grow More Food campaign, invited thousands from East Bengal into Assam to cultivate its fertile lands. The migration increased after partition and dramatically again after the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War. But colonial records focused on language and religion, not ethnicity, which created a deep confusion in post independence Assam's identity politics. What began as economic migration quietly became a cultural crisis. But now the question is, why Assam? And the answer is simply because of accessibility and vulnerability. Bangladesh has a high population density and a low per capita income with only 170 per capita income per year. And Assam, with porous borders and political neglect, became an easy destination. And vote bank politics gave it legitimacy. Parties sought electoral gains by enrolling illegal immigrants into voter rolls, trading heritage for votes. And the main impact this immigration is having is on indigenous heritage. And one striking example is the Barak Valley of Assam. It was once a home to tribes like Dimasa, Kuki, and Hamar, but today it is a Bengali majority area with over 85% Bengali speaking population. These very people who shaped the history of land are now strangers in it. Their language, customs, and land are slowly being erased, not violently, but through indifference. Coming towards the linguistic crisis, language is not just a medium, it is identity. There's a famous Assamese proverb which goes by Bhaka Jatir Atma, which is language is the soul of a nation. But the data tells a disturbing story. If we see, the Assamese speaker have declined from 61% in 1971 to under 49% in 2011, despite Assamese being the official language. But there have been a significant increase in Bengali speakers from 21% to 28%. And other tribal languages like the Boro, Tayahom have significantly decreased. Moving forward to the cultural erosion, if we see, the festivals like Bihu, Alia Ligang, which were once central to Assamese identity, are now overshadowed with immigrant-dominated festivals like Durga Puja and Eid. And there have been encroachments in sacred lands, neglect of Ahumara heritage, and a growing dominance of non-indigenous practices are slowly rewriting Assam's cultural script. And we also have violence like the Nelly massacre of 1983. It is a grim reminder of what happens when identity is threatened and ignored. Moving forward, we have political damage. Actually, the very first time when this non-citizens residing in Assam and posing a threat was discovered was in the 1979 Mangalore by-election. It exposed how illegal immigration was institutionalized through voters' roll. This was not just fraud, it was erasure of a people's voice. The Clause 6 of Assam Accord promised cultural and political protection. It is still pending. The state's politics is being reshaped by numbers, not by roots. If you also see, there is also economic impact to it. Like the locals, the indigenous people are losing their opportunity to work. The lands are being encroached by the outsiders, and the people are becoming landless and jobless in their own place. And if we come towards the Assam agitation, where the deadline is 1979 to 1985, we can see the Assam movement wasn't just political, it was deeply cultural. It was led by students through All Assam Student Union. It was a people's cry for recognition. And in this process, 855 people have sacrificed their life. The movement gave birth to Assam Accord, but also revealed the limits of state response when identity is on the line. And coming forward, there is the timeline of Assam agitation. 1979 Mangalore by-election exposes illegal voters. 1980 ASU submits memorandum. 1983 Nelai massacre
Yes,
happened.
ma'am. Sorry for the interruption.
Yes, sir.
Last 2 minutes, ma'am, please.
Yeah, sure. I'll conclude. And 1985, the Assam Accord have been signed. So the Assam Accord have promised many things to Assam, especially protection and preservation of indigenous people. Many institutions under the accord, like the IIT Guwahati, Numaligarh Refinery, and various other educational institutes have been built. But the main provision of Assam Accord, the protection, the detection and deportation of immigrants, is yet to be fulfilled. And government is trying to turn a blind eye against it. So I'd like to conclude. In conclusion, I would like to say the cultural fallout of unchecked immigration is real. And Assam is living proof. What we are seeing is not just a demographic shift, but a cultural displacement. The Assam movement was an awakening, but the journey is far from over. If India truly believes in federalism and cultural pluralism, it must protect its northeastern voices, not silence them with delayed policies and vote bank politics. Heritage isn't history, it is identity, and identity one lost is almost impossible to claim. Thank you for all your attention, and I would say this paper is not just academic inquiry, it is a call to listen, protect, and act before the soul of a region becomes a footnote in someone else's history. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. And this really beautiful presentation. After a long time, we came to know about many things about the Assam state. It's a really good presentation, ma'am. Say thanks to the paper presenter as well as the guide. We are thanking both President as research to faculty. Now let me invite Malini ma'am, followed by Purni ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Please be on time. If you're not able to share your screen, no problem. You can do the presentation. Sometimes there might be technical glitches from both the ends. If you're not able to share the screen, no problem. You can start the presentation.
Yes, I am Vimala. Shall I start my presentation, sir?
Yes, Vimala ma'am, you can do the presentation. You're audible.
Okay, thank you, sir. I am Vimala, research scholar, PG and Research Department of History, Sri Meenakshi Government Arts College for Women, Madurai, sir. My topic is social movement of Pandit Ayodhya. Pandit Ayodhya was predominant Dalit leader, social reformer, anti-caste activist, and the practitioner of Siddha medicine. He is a pioneer of the subaltern movement in Tamil Nadu. He was one who appeared before Ambedkar, Periyar, showed the seeds of reform in Tamil Nadu. He tried to construct a unique political and religion identity for the untouchables like Adi Tamilar, Tamil and Buddhist. He was the first modern Dalit social reformer. He was born on 20th May 1845, Chennai Thousand Lakes area. His original name is Kothavarayan. He got married Dhanalakshmi. He became an expert in Tamil literature, philosophy, Siddha medicine, and also he well known in Pali, Sanskrit, English. He was first Dalit leader to embrace to Buddhism. He launched Advaitananda Sabha in 1876, Panchamar Mahajana Sabha in 1891, Sakya Buddhist Society, etc. for the emancipation of depressed society. He came to ideological conclusion that Tamil Buddhism was the right choice for the Dalit or subaltern people. Conclusion, sir. Pandit Ayodhya was a pioneer on the struggle for the social justice and economic betterment and civil history for the Adi Dravidas. His writings are regarded as a scholarly treatise on Buddhism. Thereby, he contributed to the growth of social literature in Tamil language. The struggle against the evils of caste system led to him to question the concept of form in the Puranas and Vedas. This made him play the role of rationalist, and this in turn paved the way for the growth of rationalist movement in Tamil Nadu. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Malini ma'am, for completing on time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sir, my name is M. Vimala.
Oh, you're Vimala. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, Vimala ma'am. Actually, we have one more faculty name, Malini Vimala. I misunderstood. Sorry, Vimala. Thank you so much. Yes, yes.
Sir.
Now let me invite Purnima ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Followed by Sharon. Sharon is there? Sharon, are you there? Fine. Sivaranjini, are you there?
Sir, I'm here, sir.
This is Sharon or Sivaranjini?
Sharon.
Sharon, okay. After this presentation, Sharon has to take, huh?
Okay.
Yes, Peter. Yes, you can start, ma'am.
Sir, my screen is visible, sir. Sir, I'm audible. My screen is visible, sir.
Ma'am, you are audible, but your screen is not visible. You can speak, ma'am, no problem.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have forwarded the PPT to your WhatsApp, sir. Could you please help me to share that screen, or shall I proceed?
Ma'am, you can proceed, ma'am.
Okay, sir. So first of all, I introduce myself. I'm Dr. B. Purnima Sedipati, Assistant Professor of History, Fatima College, Madurai. And thank you for the opportunity to present the paper International Multidisciplinary Seminar in 2025. And my presentation is the development of tourism sustainability in Madurai region and overview. I start with the introduction. The sustainability makes optimal use of environmental resources that constitute a key element in tourism development. It is also maintaining the essential ecological process to help natural heritage as well as the biodiversity. So the present study focus on Madurai is the second largest city of Tamil Nadu, which is situated in southern part of India. That is, the Madurai has good deal of culture, civilization, and heritage. So it represents the glorious heritage of Dravidian style, and the cultural heritage has the various festivals like Chitra Festival, Car Festival, and Jallikattu bullfights. So the tourist destination need to bring a rich tourism potential of the study. The present study is focusing to preserve the importance of ancient sites as well as to bring awareness about the people to know the sustainable to keeping their all resources in proper manner to maintain a main duty of everyone. So I have shared some of the literature review. I have referred to so many books related with the ecotourism as well as rural tourism and gazetteers of Madurai. I went collect some of the informations from Forest Range Office as well as the meteorological centers in Madurai and NGOs of Dawn and Intact and Madurai corporations and Junaram schemes, etc., to conservation of environmental findings and formulations of tourism promotion in Madurai. And the main objective is defined to study the tourism potential in Madurai, to evaluate the role played by public, private sectors, as well as the local authorities, to keep the sustainability in Madurai, to have the various strategies and challenges towards the sustainable tourism in Madurai. And the methodology that I have adopted for this study is to include the newspapers, article, webology, and related to the destination of the tourist office, forest range office, as well as the forest information and NGO sectors. As well as I have selected 20 tourists from each sampling for the technique. And the study is using ICT in education is also important nowadays for the research to do. And then the area of the study, Madurai, in and around Madurai. As well as I have created one agnogram to find the major promotions as well as what are the negative as well as the positive impacts of Madurai region. So the dynamic relationship between the tourism development and sustainability, and tourism as one of the fastest growing economic sectors in global economy has significant environment, socio-cultural impacts on positive and negative impact. The study is also provided the in-depth analysis about the significant development of the sustainable. As a result, it brings the strong, flexible human resources development strategies are needed to conserve the environment in Madurai. It is a broadcast to stakeholders to address the issues of the tourism industry to be promoted. As well as the major findings, the Madurai is having some natural as well as the heritage resources. So based on the study of historical growth is one of the adverse impact of urbanization has been increased the valuable resources like rich and cultural as well as the man-made resources in and around. It has also brought the habitat to settle in that areas, the fast urbanization process being extracted in 1961 to 2011. It brought the major environmental impact to degradation of the resources to preserve sustainable growth in Madurai region. As well as some of the Keladi is now one of our heritage, as well as we have so many inner and Jain breeds in Madurai. So I have quoted these places for the heritage resources for my study, that is Keel Koilkudi, Keelabalavu, Tirupuram Kundram of Madurai region. In all the above Jain heads have some similarities. They all possess the cave beds, Tamil inscriptions, paintings, sculptures of often in olden days. Heritage caves, temples in Madurai, it is all under the preservation of archaeological department, as well as the Aridapeti now it declared as biodiversity spot, as well as the conservation scheme that is also protect these resources. The major conservative schemes to have the continuous use in the future. So that was the main thing for create sustainability in Madurai region nowadays. So the major schemes that was implemented by Madurai Master Plan as well as detailed project report, especially the Madurai Heritage Development Scheme and Heritage Development Plan submitted by detailed approval managers of the action plan. And Madurai Villa is one of the important scheme under the corporation we are doing every year, and creating a heritage awareness program to the college, schools, and public, providing various heritage centers for the heritage works and so on. They creating heritage-based employment for the tourism sector peoples, as well as the plan recommended to restoration and rehabilitation, as well as the plan is also recommended to integrating the project to have the detailed study report of Madurai region. The private sectors is also have the
Yes, ma'am.
major role
Excuse me,
to
ma'am.
play.
Last 1 minute.
Yes,
Excuse me,
sir.
ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So intact Dawn Foundation and consideration of Indian industry and Kadamba, these were some of the private sectors to play a major role to control the environmental degradation as well as to that means restore the avenue trees and so many things in the ecological centers. And then I conclude my part. The Madurai as a primary cultural heritage center with religious and tourism focuses. It have the local government has planning to project the glory of Madurai as heritage city by removing the encroachment around Meenakshi temple, as well as the Madurai tourism focus on conservation of historical monuments to pristine the environment and sustaining natural heritage, not only to reduce the impact of tourism, but also to protect and preserve for the futures. Thank you, sir. My presentation is
Thank
over,
you.
sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Very nice presentation, ma'am. Most informative as a presentation, ma'am.
Sir,
A lot of
I have
information.
so many sources to have in my PPT, sir. I'm not able to connect with that. I have forwarded to
It's okay,
Bennett, sir.
ma'am. No problem. Please kindly you send the WhatsApp group, ma'am. No problem.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Sir, any
Okay, okay. Thank you,
queries
ma'am.
regarding? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
No, ma'am.
Yes, let me invite Sharon, followed by Shivaranjani. Shivaranjani, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Shivaranjani, are you there? Okay. Kaliswari, are you there? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Manivendra Sethupathi, are you there? Kaliswari, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So after Sharon, Kaliswari can start.
Okay, sir.
Sir, is my screen visible?
Yes,
Yes,
visible.
ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Myself, I'm Sharon K, pursuing my PhD from Department of History from PSGR Krishnamal College, Coimbatore. I'm here to present my paper, which is on the perspective of the socio-economic impacts of early Tamil trade on the commoners, women, and marginalized communities. So, coming to next one, the introduction slide. The ancient Tamil region, which includes today's Tamil Nadu and portions of Kerala, was a vibrant hub of trade from at least 3rd century BC to the 3rd century Common Era, which this time frame is commonly known as Sangam Age. Its advantageous coastal positions, maritime commerce with the Roman Empire, Southeast Asia, China, and the Middle East, while extensive land routes linked it with other regions of the Indian subcontinent. This thriving trade encompassed a wide range of goods, that is spices, including pepper, which is the most significant. Also textiles, pearls, precious stones, timbers, and assorted manufacturing products also. This article, like this paper, it seeks to address these impacts by compiling available evidences to present a more holistic view of these societal changes. And coming to the first thing, I have correlated the evidences, that is literary evidences, archaeological discoveries, and the ethnographical observations and epigraphical analysis. So correlating all these evidences, I have made a comprehensive analysis. And coming to first literary analysis, the Sangam poems like Pattu Pattu, Ettu Togai, Silapadigaram, all these are not economic treatises, but it contains numerous references to daily life, occupations, and material cultures. So coming to artisanal productions, the text provides details about weavers, very specifically attention to women weavers as seen in Perumanatrupadai, and also potters, jewelers, carpenters, and metal workers. We can investigate their engagement with raw material brought through trade or the demand for their finished products in distant markets also. Next, coming to agricultural changes. So the increased demand for spices or other agricultural produce for export likely influenced cropping patterns and labor demands, and also the lives of farming communities too. For instances, the cultivation of pepper, it highly sought after Roman trades. It have led to significant shifts in land use and labor organizations in specific regions as well. So coming to marketplaces and public spaces, so detailed accounts of Angadi, that is markets, and Pattinam, which is known as coastal towns, it reveals the social interactions and their economic opportunities. So impact of health, wealth, and social stratification, that is the next slide. So the subtle descriptions from Sangam literature, it narrates the changing lifestyles, consumption patterns, and all the emergence of new social hierarchies also. So the availability of new imported goods influenced as the aspirations or material possessions of the commoners too. So role of women in economic activities, or the women involved in trade related activities such as vendors, they are known as vilayattu madan, they are in Tamil literature, in the ancient Tamil literature. So they are managing the household finances influenced by trade. Also they participated in production directly also. Coming to the archaeological analysis, so the archaeological excavation, it shows many tangible evidences of past human activity. So this includes understanding potential
Yes,
economic
ma'am. Ma'am, last
diversification.
2 minutes, ma'am. Last 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Please.
diversification, the rise of new occupation shifts in existing ones due to demands of both internal and external trade. So the archaeological analysis, it comprises of settlement patterns and pottery, and it also followed up with dietary changes, coin hoards use, and all the burial practices they followed. And coming to ethnographical analysis, they acknowledge the inherent risk of anachronism, and it showed a deeper understanding of historical practices with the comparison from today and to the ancient past. And traditional occupations and oral histories, all these were analyzed for ethnographical entity. And epigraphical analysis, it shows the temple grants and commoner donations and guild records, evidence of price fluctuations and wages, and it shows the social mobility what they faced. And coming to the impact on commoners, it focuses on the shifting consumption patterns and material cultures. So the all the shifting consumption patterns and their material culture, it gives a detailed view on impact on commoners. And the urbanization and occupational specializations, it shows the demand for services resulted in occupational specializations as well. And coming to social cultural exchange and cosmopolitan environment of the port cities, it level up the cultural openness and exposure to a variety of customs and beliefs, enriching social fabrics. And coming to women, women were impacted in craft production and labor as well. So they got the level of degree of financial independence within their family and in the society. And the mercantile household women, they like overseen the household finances, they managed domestic workers, and their conspicuous consumption, they were focusing on it, which portrays their family's wealth and social standings.
Ma'am, last 1 minute, ma'am. Last 1 minute,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay, sir. There,
Please.
then comes their vulnerabilities also. So this paper focuses all these impacts on women. And coming to marginalized communities, it focuses on laborers and manual workers and skilled craftspeople and artisans also. And coming to the conclusion, so this paper, most of the research papers, they will be focusing on the macro level, on the kingdoms and the elite people. But this paper, it focused on the contradictory socio-economic impacts of early Tamil trade on daily lives of its diverse population. So their societal roles were not evenly distributed, and they faced more ripple effects. So this is the conclusion part of my study. Thank you so much for this opportunity, sir.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Now, Kalishwari, ma'am, can you start, followed by Shivaranjani?
Yes, sir.
Kindly, please be on time. Kindly complete on time, please.
Yes,
Since we
sir.
have many people to come.
Sorry, sir. Apologies for not having the presentation prepared as expected, sir. I will do my best to discuss the topic verbally, sir.
Yes, you can start. You can start.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I'm K. Kalishwari, currently pursuing my PhD in history at the Department of History, Meenakshi College in Chennai. And I'm honored to present my paper on the enduring legacy of Tamil Nadu's temple culture, a civilization contempt where stone, spirit, and sovereignty intersect in compelling ways. Tamil Nadu, a state in southern India, is a vibrant mosaic of ritual, artistics, and cultural grandeur deeply rooted in its temple. The scarce space in these regions are not merely centers of religious worship, but are foundations to Tamil identity, social structure, and artistic expression. This article examines the evolutions of Tamil Nadu's temples culture from ancient times through the modern era, highlighting how temples functions as not just religious hubs, but also political institution, cultural powerhouse, and community centers. The discussions begins with the Sangam periods, rudimentary worship forms and transactions through the architecture and philosophical zenith of the Pallava, Chola, and Pandya dynasties. Each ruling dynasty left a distinct stamp on the temple architecture, iconography, music, dance, and social organization. This article also examines how these structures played roles in education, the economy, and diplomacy. Furthermore, the study explores how the temple structure endured through colonial descriptions adapted during post-independence socio-political movements and currently serves within the globalized world and modern India society. It highlights the impact of temple rituals, festivals, devotional music such as Devaram and Tirupugal, Bharatanatyam, temple inscriptions and sculptures. Combining historical analysis, cultural anthropology, and religious studies, the article underscores how Tamil Nadu's temples are living testaments to an evolving yet continuous civilization ethos. Drawing on extensive scholarly resources, this piece affirms that the temples of Tamil Nadu are not just relics of the past, but ever-evolving space where the sacred meets the secular. To conclude, Tamil Nadu's temples are not relics of the forgettable past, but vibrant members of a living, breathing civilization ethos. They are crucible where devotions meet architecture, where ritual merge with artistics, and where community memory converges with historical community. From the Privan stone altars beneath banyan trees to the towering gopurams of Srirangam and Madurai, the story of Tamil Nadu's temples is a sage of resilience, adaptations, and reverence. They embody the Tamil people enduring quest for transcendence, beauty, and meaning, ensure that the soul of Tamil culture remains eternal despite the march of time. Thank you for your time, sir. Hello, sir.
Sir, shall I present, sir?
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Please present the paper, next person.
Yes.
Good afternoon, all. Myself, Shivaranjani. Am I audible, sir? Is my screen?
Yes, ma'am, please. Okay.
Good afternoon, all. Myself, Shivaranjani, research scholar from PSGR Krishnamal College for Women. My research article title is Modernity from Steel Arteries, the Role of Colonial Railways in Urban Development of Tamil Nadu, 1900 to 1915 CE. Basically, urbanization in Tamil Nadu has its roots in history throughout the ancient to modern periods. Due to the various elements, the growth of urbanization has differed from time to time. The process of urbanization was spurred by donation from the numerous rulers such as Brahmadaya and Devadana. The expansion of trade, industrial development, and shift in political authority. In 19th and 20th century, the railway played a crucial role in the acceleration of urbanization. This study outlines the evolution of urbanization from ancient time to modern time till colonial time. It further examines the impact of colonial infrastructure on urbanization, the colonial legacies, and the modern urban trends. It investigates the significant impact of railways on urbanization in Tamil Nadu during the period of British colonialism. Basically, the location is deemed urban when it demonstrates features such as significant population density, higher concentration of constructed environment, and a domination of non-agricultural economic activities. In Tamil Nadu, the history of urbanization includes the urban settlements like Madurai, Kanjipuram, Tanjavur from the ancient times. In medieval period, the Chola, Pandya, and Pallava dynasties meticulously planned cities with advanced urban infrastructure, showcasing early instance of urban planning in the area. During the British Raj, the infrastructural enhancements such as roads, railways, and port facilities established the urban growth. The objective of the study is to establish the railway as a double-edged sword. It developed the urbanization in Tamil Nadu, though the colonial primary motive is to exploit the economy of the Tamil Nadu. Infrastructure enhancement of colonial period for railways and by railways. Rise of railway towns like Tiruchirappalli, Madurai, and so on. Ancient urbanization, according to Gordon Cheld, an Australian archaeologist, urbanization has 10 key characteristics. Those are increased size, population density, specialized labor, concentration of surplus production, monumental public building, ruling class, writing sciences, arts, long distance trade, and state level political organization. Based on the evidence of Sangam literature and archaeological evidence, some urban areas are constructed on the banks of various river valleys. For example, Urayur, Karur, and Kodumanal was raised along the banks of Kaveri River, and Madurai and Alagankulam was raised near the banks of Vaigai River. While we come to the medieval urbanization, Brahmadeya and Devadana are the primary land grants given by the royal authorities to Brahmanas and temples to develop the areas in their administration.
Shivaranjani ma'am, you're not audible. Shivaranjani ma'am, you're not audible. Shivaranjani ma'am, are you there? You are not audible.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, now audible. Yes, please complete.
Okay, in modern period, in modern Tamil Nadu, after the arrival of Europeans, the characteristics of urbanization in modern Tamil Nadu was based on the rise of colonial architecture, administrative center, hill station, port cities, railway towns, urban planning, migration, and labor. And my study is especially based on the urbanization developed by the railway constructions. In 1830s and 1840s, the railway construction commenced primarily for freight transport in Red Hills. Basically, the first railway line is between Boribanda and Thane. In April 1857, it was known by everyone, but the first rail line was constructed in Red Hill, Madras in 1837. In 1854, Lord Dalhousie, the Governor General, presented an ambitious blueprint for building interconnected trunk lines from India port into the hinterlands and towards Delhi. The railways facilitated the shift movement of raw material from rural areas to port cities for export to Britain, thus blustering British industries with stifling. From 1880s to 1908, a process of partial nationalization occurred, gradually shifting the focus from profit motives to administrative and strategic priorities. The railway construction was carried out by the major railway companies, not by the government. In the beginning, the railway companies carried out all the railway construction. The two major railway companies are Madras Railway and Southern Maharatha Railway. Their major achievement, the British colonial railway construction achieved by constructing the Pamban Bridge. It was the first rail line connected the sea. Which was opened on 24th February 1914, marked India's first sea rail bridge, constructed by British-era engineer using a German-designed pressure rolling lift. It created railway.
Ma'am, last minute, ma'am. Please.
I will conclude. I am concluding my research article that railway system established during colonial rule in India served a dual purpose. They not only aided economical exploitation and reinforced domination, but also unintentionally set the stage for India's industrial growth and political cohesion. Grasping this intricate legacy is crucial to understanding the diverse effect of railways on India's evolution from a colony to independent state. The railways that emerged in colonial India was driven by British economical goals and political strategies rather than genuine aspiration for modernization. This study highlights how infrastructure influenced the urban development of South Indian cities, establishing the basis for contemporary industrial growth, civic organization, spatial expansion that are still relevant today. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me
Yes.
this opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Really, it's a good paper presentation based
Thank
on daily base. It's a good paper, interesting paper. Dr. Manikanta, are you there? Natarajan, are you there? Ramesh sir, are you there? Okay. Radhika ma'am, are you there? Dr. Radhika, are you there? Rajalakshmi ma'am, are you there? Dr. Kosale Rani, are you there? Harsha Vardhana, are you there? Mati, research scholar, Department of History,
Sir.
are you there?
Yes, sir.
Mati, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Raja Kokila, are you there? Raja Kokila? Fine. Vinodini, are you there? Vinodini, are you there? Fine. Raja.
Sir, I am Raja Kohila speaking.
Who is that?
I am Raja Kohila.
Raja Kokila.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So after Madhi's presentation, you are going to present, ma'am. Yes, Madhi, you can start now.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon to all. I am B. Madhi. This is scholar, Department of History. Today, I want to present Amy Carmichael, forerunner for abolition on Devadasi system. Amy Carmichael, as a Christian missionary from Ireland, played a significant role in challenging and working towards abolition of the Devadasi system in South India during the 19th and early South Indian Devadasi system, whereby individuals recognize sexual expectations, enrich source in ownership, dedicated to the protection, education, and spiritual care of rescued children. Amy Carmichael was a centuries-old religious and socio-cultural practice in the part of India, most notably in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Maharashtra and Odisha. The term Devadasi literally means female servant of God. The origin of the Devadasi tradition can be tracked back over 1,000 years. In its earliest form, the practice was rooted in deep spiritual significance. Families often seeking blessing or fulfilling oaths. Over the centuries, the Devadasi practice underwent a profound transformation with the decline of royal patronage during the colonial time and the weakening of temple institution. Devadasis lost much of their social and economic protection. Without a loyal support, many temples could no longer provide for the women dedicated to their service. Families often from the lower castes or marginalized communities would dedicate their daughters to the temple for the various reasons. Religious oaths seeking a divine favor, alleviating poverty, or under the social pressure. Amy Carmichael was commissioned by the Judge England Zena missions, which arrived in India in the mid-1890s. Her missionary concerns was thrived when a girl named Prina escaped from the temple servitude and sought the refuge with Amy Carmichael, marking the beginning of her lifelong ministry for rescued Devadasi girls. Following the initial rescues, Amy Carmichael dedicated herself to the systematic rescues, care, adaptations.
Mati, please come to the conclusion of it.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The conclusion was that her efforts delivered with the broader reform leadership of Muthulakshmi Reddy, Periyar, and others who pursued legislation and ideological transformation, culminating in the Madras Devadasis. While the critics have questioned the constitution of abolition or cultural heritages and autonomy, Carmichael's culturally sensitive methodology and her lifelong commitment ensured that her intervention did not merely arise but transformed in many cases. Thank you, sir.
Yes, kindly next presentation, you can do the presentation.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Good afternoon.
Good morning.
everyone.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Rajalakshmi, sir. Already I had presented my paper, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, your
Accordingly
name, your name repeated twice. That is a technical problem. You go uploaded the
yes,
Google
sir.
form twice. You go fill the Google form twice. So that is why we have checked the profile. That is a problem. No problem. Let me invite other
Okay,
research
sir.
person, research other participant to present the paper. Raja Kohila.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Raja Kohila is there, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, followed
I'm
by
audible.
Raja Yogambige, Abhinaya, and Srimati from the Department of Sociology, Guru Nanak College, Chennai.
I'm audible, sir. I'm Raja
You are
Kohila.
audible. You are completely audible.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. This is M. Raja Kokila, PhD research scholar from Department of History, Sri Meenakshi Government College for Women, Madurai. I would like to present on the topic of the role of social environment in shaping transgender identity. Transgender identity is deeply influenced by the social environment in which individuals live and interested. This paper examines the various social settings such as family, educational institutions, peer groups, workplaces, and community spaces. It emphasizes that the gender identity is not formed in isolation, but it is continuously shaped through the social interactions. This paper highlights the sensitization efforts, inclusive education, and supportive public policies. Transgender communities have historically created safe spaces, support networks, and advocacy organizations to promote rights and well-being. This study highlights the complex and evolving relationship between transgender people and their environment. Laws and policies significantly impact the safety, rights, and social inclusion of transgender people. The study aims to provide an understanding of the dynamic relationship between transgender identities and their social environments. The findings underscore the importance of contextual factors in influencing gender expression and recognition, offering insights into ongoing struggles for rights, acceptance, and visibility within ever-changing societal landscape. The societal environment plays a role in shaping the experiences and identities of transgender individuals, while legal frameworks and government orders have begun to recognize and protect transgender rights. Societal attitude often lag behind precision discrimination, stigma, and exclusion. Acceptance and social integration are crucial for the well-being and dignity of transgender persons, influencing their access to education, employment, healthcare, and social participation. Positive social changes requires a multi-phased approaches combined effective legislation, awareness, campaigns, and community engagement to foster understanding and acceptance, ultimately bringing the gap between legal recognition and social acceptance is essential for ensure that transgender individuals can live authentically and with dignity, free from discrimination and marginalization. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, Chitra. It is a beautiful presentation. I have few queries since I am from transgender domain. So, is there any thematic definition based on this your studies? Have you came across any kind of a thematic definition or thematic views?
Yes, sir. I'm interested in this topic, sir, because how
Yes,
social
beta. No,
environment.
actually, Chitra, I came to know that you are interested in topic. My concern is there any thematic definition? See, there is a proper definition. Research deals with the theoretical perspectives, right? So, have you
Yes,
came
sir.
across any kind of theoretical perspectives?
Perspectives.
Okay,
means,
fine. Okay, fine. If not, please take a note of this. No. Yes. And another
Yes, sir.
question, and while you were talking about the discrimination of these people, again, let me ask about what do you mean by discrimination, Babu? What do you mean by discrimination in your point of view? Because you have given a broad topic called discrimination, and discrimination deals with various aspects. And what is your opinion on discrimination on this gender? தமிழ்ல கேட்டோம்னா நீ டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன் பத்தி பேசியிருக்கிற ஒருத்தவங்க ஒதுக்கி வச்சிருக்காங்க அப்படின்ட்டு இந்த ஒதுக்கி வைக்கிறது வந்து டிரான்ஸ்ஜெண்டரிசம் மட்டும் நடக்கல எல்லா பக்கமும் நடக்குது இஃப் யூ கோ டு இன் தமிழ்நாடு லெவல் தேர் இஸ் அ காஸ்ட் ஹைரார்கி இஸ் தேர் கிளாஸ் ஹைரார்கி இஸ் தேர் லாங்குவேஜ் ப்ராப்ளம் இஸ் தேர் ரிலீஜியஸ் வாய்ஸ் இஸ் தேர் ஸோ டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன் இஸ் எவ்ரிவேர் ஸோ இன் தட் கேஸ் இஃப் யூ டாக்கிங் அபவுட் டிரான்ஸ்ஜெண்டரிசம் கம்ஸ் அண்டர் டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன் இன் வாட் பேஸ் அவங்க எதனால அப்படி ஒதுக்கப்பட்டிருக்காங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது ஐடியாஸ் இருக்குதா
தேர்ட் ஜெண்டர் அப்படின்ற ஒரு இது இருக்கிறதுனால தான் சார் அவங்களை ஒதுக்கி வச்சிருக்காங்க
அப்படி சொல்ல முடியாது பாப்பா ஏன்னா இப்ப நிறைய see now they are no more in the discrimination level they came to school level they came to college level Recently in Chennai, one faculty got a teaching post, one transgender got a teaching post, and one more faculty, she is appointed as a lawyer. So now they are coming to the mainstream. They are coming to the mainstream. So apart from this, இதை தாண்டியும் இன்னும் டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன் இருக்கு சார் அப்படின்னு சொல்றதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு எது வேலிட் பாயிண்ட்ஸ் இருக்கான்னு கேட்க. Okay, fine. Regarding this, what was that literature review? நீங்க ஏதாவது லிட்ரேச்சர் ரிவ்யூ கிராஸ் பண்ணீங்க கேம் பண்ணிருந்தீங்களா? ஏதாவது லிட்ரேச்சர் ரிவ்யூ நீங்க வந்து கோ த்ரூ பண்ண, ஏதாவது ப்ரீவியஸ் ஸ்டடீஸ் நீங்க ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணப்ப ஏதாவது ஸ்டடீஸ் நீங்க ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ண முடிஞ்சா உங்களால?
நான் நிறைய பார்த்திருக்கேன் சார் ஆர்டிகல்ஸ்லாம்.
Okay, can you say one author? Can you say one author?
Anobiயோட லிட்ரேச்சர்ஸ்லாம்
Super,
படிச்சிருக்கேன்.
perfect, very good, very good, very good, very good. Thank you so much, Chitra Kohli, for a beautiful presentation. Let me invite the last presentees from Department of Sociology, Guru Nanak College, Abhi.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Chitra ma'am. It's a good presentation because I was being in this particular field. I was asking you questions. No hard feelings, huh? Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Let me invite the last presenter, Abhinaya, Rajayogambike, and Mati.
Anybody is there?
Final call, Rajayogambike. Final call, are you there? Rajayogambike, are you there? Final call. Abhinaya, Rajayogambike, are you there? Let us wait for one more problem. Abhinaya, are you there? Rajayogambike, are you there? You are not audible. You are not audible. Abhinaya, Rajayogambike, you are not audible.
Maybe any technical issues in chat box.
Okay, fine. Any other people left without presenting? Any other people left without presenting in this forum? If anyone left without presentation, if you want to present, you can do the presentation.
Try to go the conclusion, sir.
Anybody left without presentation? Sir, na fee pay panne sir, எனக்கு name கூப்பல்ல. If anyone is there, please let me know. We will give the chance because we are going to wind up in 10 minutes. Anybody left? Okay, fine. So requesting the team to prepare the marks. Requesting Dr. Palpandi, Dr. Daisy, Dr. Marimuthu to prepare the marks for the student. Meanwhile, I will be having the interaction with them. And yeah, thank you so much for the beautiful presentation. It is my great prestige and privilege to talk to you all people. And this is a great presentation, first of all. And it is not about, I used to tell my students as well as my faculty members, life is not about earning, it is about learning. It is a great experience for me also to share this session with you all people in online mode, right? And it's a good presentation and everybody done justice for the presentation. So sincerely, I have to thank everyone for doing a great presentation on time. And another thing is that this is the first time I was able to see many kids. Yes, of course, you are kids, UG students, PG students, and you have done with the beautiful presentations. And either it is, I have to thank your guide also, because without the faculty member, you can't do the presentation. So all your presentation skill comes from your faculty. So sincerely thanking for your institution also. And you have done justice. And many of the kids from UG as well as PG, you have tremendously done well and followed by the PhD scholars. Yes, of course, we are in the research scholar domain. Definitely, we have to do the presentation in such a way that grooming ourselves in the path of research as well as development. And when we're talking about the faculty members, and you people really done justice. Wait a minute, yes, Abhinaya, what happened? You go raise your hand.
That Abhinay is there now.
Yes. You are not audible, Abhinaya, and you are not audible. You can talk, Want to present, you can talk. Okay, fine. There's a technical problem from their end since we can't do anything. Fine. And regarding the faculty members, yes, really, you people are legend in your field. This shows how much you are serious about presentation. And sincerely, I have to thank everyone because it is a working day. Even though in the working day we are supposed to keep by 4 to 6, but sincerely we thought if we are keeping 4 to 6, everybody won't be able to come. Since may people may travel from one place to another place, so we do not disturb them. So that is the only thing we asked to come by 11:30. But from 11:30 to 1:40, nearly about 2 hours 10 minutes, and it is really a great event that we people done justice. But anyway, as a chairperson, I have to point out, I have to throw insights on positive as well as negative as well. Being in the sociological domain, we normally used to deal with theories. So once we talk about theoretical perspectives, it is our duty to talk about the limitations as well as the positive strengths. While talking about strengths, it is beautiful, and I have, yes, as a faculty, I have to appreciate everybody for doing justice for the presentation. And dear kids and dear faculty members and my dear loving students and research scholars, PPT, no, while you are doing a PPT, we can't do PPT in such a way that in a gloomy way. PowerPoint presentation is only for the, the participants to read and write, number one. And there we can't add photos, designs, frames, everything, right? And important concept is it has to be come in Times New Roman. The font should be visible so that anybody can see, as anybody can read, so they can take notes. And you are doing the presentation, it's not for you. You are doing the presentation on behalf of yourself as well as for the sake of the research and the entire community, right? And another important thing is 8 slides more than enough. 8 slides are more than enough. Don't go beyond 8 slides because we are giving you only 5 minutes of time. Within the 5 minutes, you are supposed to complete everything. So the first slide should say who you are. The last slide should say thank you. Okay. So these are the protocols. These are the protocols that your 60 years are supposed to follow. Now we might ask the question, sir, then how can I complete in 6 slides? Number 1 slides deals with introduction, and number 2 slides deals with a major literature review, and number 3 slides deals with the methodological part. Number 5 deals with if you have any kind of major analytical techniques. If you want to show something to the forum, you can show, and 5 deals with findings and suggestions, and number 6 deals with conclusion followed by the bibliography. இவ்வளவு பண்ணாதான் ரிசர்ச்சுக்கு அழகு. Okay, it is not because that sir நிறைய அறிவு இருக்கு சார் நான் 17 இது பண்ணுவேன். If you put 30 slides also fine, no problem. But who will be sitting in front of the laptop or desktop listening to all your questions? This is number one. And number two, the font, Times New Roman. கண்ணு மூடி எழுதி வச்சுக்கோங்க. Nobody will teach you, but I have to teach you since I'm in this domain for 7 years. Right? Yes. So official format. அங்க அழகுபடுத்துறதுக்கு ஒண்ணுமே, that is nothing to beautify. It is educated forum. So the fonts has to be Times New Roman. Now we may ask the question, sir, நீங்க வந்து இப்படி சொல்லிட்டீங்க, how can I able to complete within everything in attested, sir? ஒரு ஸ்லைட்ல 7 லைனுக்கு மேல போகணும். Your slide, right? For the best example, if you're talking about introduction, the introduction slide you are supposed to have maximum 5 lines to 7 lines. Sir, உங்களுக்கு என்ன பத்தி தெரியாது சார், நான் பயங்கரமான படிப்பாளி சார். Vinay sir, I am expert in my field. I know, I agree with you that everybody gigantically expert in their own field. But while delivering the class, while delivering the presentation, you have to follow these protocols very strictly, right? Yes. And number two, I found as the theoretical perspectives. Dear children, dear students, and my dear loving faculty members, don't forget the basic concept. The term research deals with structure to the functional unit, right? So what do you mean by structure here? Structure is nothing but, dear faculty members, it is theoretical perspectives. Sir, my research based on this kind of perspectives, my research based on this kind of studies, and my findings based on this kind of research, my findings based on this kind of literature review. So all those things you have to update in such a way that you are able to correlate your theoretical perspectives with your findings as well as suggestions as well as main prominent domain. Okay, in many papers I was not able to see the theoretical perspectives because this is the first time after a long time I was sitting in front of the laptop for 2.5 hours. I was taking all the notes. Please take a note of it. It is not about pinpointing. Bennett has one basic idea that if someone praises me, definitely I won't be get yielded. But if someone have the guts to tell my negative aspect, no, definitely I will listen to them because I have a thinking that the theory which is highly criticized will be highly valid. So I want my people to be valid in all aspects. That is the only thing I'm giving you a clear-cut brief note about your presentation. So here, no, completely the presentation part, many papers, no, they don't have the theoretical perspectives. Sir, I have done with the secondary data, sir, no problem. Either it is primary data or secondary data or perspectives, whatever it could be, chalega, koi baat dikkat nahi hai. But the concern is how long you are able to correlate this content. You are merging the content with the theoretical perspectives because there is very essential. I can firmly say this word. Firmly say. அடுத்து சொல்லுவேன் theoretical perspectives எல்லாமே நீங்களும் நானும் research stand பண்றது. Okay, fine. And number third thing is there speaking. பேசுறது, it's an art, right? Again, I'm not in a position to criticize you. I'm just teaching you. உங்களுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுக்கிறேன். பொறுமையா பேசணும். The kings love to talk with the people who have patience in speaking. பொறுமையா over slide நீங்க பேசணும். Some people know time is a concern, of course, but anyway, while you was once I say start, you were running like anything, and the listeners will find quite difficult to understand what you were saying, right? Because faster sometimes our voice will be monotonous, and so that the listeners will find quite difficult in understanding the basic concepts. Okay, number 3 and number 4, on time. The good dancer must know when to leave the stage. நீ பெரிய ஆட்டக்காரன் தான், எனக்கும் தெரியும். நான் பெரிய ஆட்டக்காரன் தான், உங்களுக்கும் தெரியும். But I can't dance for long time, right? எப்படா ஆடி முடிப்பான்னு நினைச்சிடக்கூடாது, right? பேசிக்கிட்டு இருக்கவங்க கரெக்டான டைம்ல ப்ராப்பரான டைம்ல பெர்ஃபெக்ட்டா பண்ணி முடிச்சோம்னா that is the output and that is a valid research. Okay, that is a valid. And finally, if someone is asking you questions, please don't take it as a negative one. How come Bennett sir is asking me only? Because I was completely impressed by the presentation by Chitra. Because my domain comes under commercial sex worker as well as transgenderism. So when I was asking doubts, no, it is not about to pinpoint you. The listener getting ready to learn more things from your presentation. Take it in such a way that இதுல வந்து ஹார்ட் ஃபீலிங்ஸ் வச்சுக்கிறதுக்கோ இந்த ஆள் என்ன வந்து பழி வாங்கிட்டான்னு சொல்றதுக்கோ no hard feelings, right? And try to answer all the queries which was addressed by the chairperson. அவர்கள் சும்மா உட்கார்ந்துட்டு கிடையாது. It is not an easy task because you itself can think. நீங்க எத்தனை பேர் இருந்து 2 மணி நேரத்து கேப்ல சுவிட்ச் ஆஃப் பண்ணிட்டு வெளில போயிட்டு வந்தீங்க, உள்ள வந்தீங்க, வாஷ்ரூம் போயிட்டு எங்கே போயிட்டு வந்தீங்க. But we all the people are sitting together. Everybody sitting in front of the laptop and listening to all your presentations for more than 2.5 hours. Like, it is about somebody asking you questions. You have to answer in such a way that you are able to clear the doubts, and this will definitely groom you. Right, and definitely the people who are not able to answer the queries, don't worry, no problem. Definitely, in future you may develop. Right, when I was trained as a resource PhD scholar, my guide used to tell me, Bennett, presentation பண்ணி முடிச்ச உடனே ஏதாவது கேள்வி கேட்டாங்கன்னா சொல்லு, this is my first time அப்படின்ட்டு. So my first presentation is went to Madurai Kamaraj University. I said, they started asking me questions. I said, sir, this is my first time. Next time I will do. And the next time, the same thing happened for the next time. I said, sir, this is my first time. Next time I will do. Third conference I went to, Pondicherry University's international conference. The biggest tragedy is the chairperson who came to Madurai, he came as chairperson to Pondicherry University. There is no way of escapism. So they roasted me like anything for 20 minutes, and that 20 minutes changed my entire career. That 20 minutes changed my entire career, and now I can proudly say that I have developed myself in such a way that I can talk as well as I can defend, as well as I can teach the research in a systematic. So it's a beautiful presentation. Everybody, sincerely I have to thank all the UG kids, all these people are kids, குழந்தைகள் குழந்தை செல்வங்கள் பண்ணவங்களுடைய ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் எங்களுக்கு நன்றி தெரிவிக்கிறோம். And PG students, you have done justice. PhD scholars, really you have done a wonderful presentation. And now we are going to announce the best paper award. Okay, தப்பா நினைச்சுக்கிடாதீங்க, சார் ஆள் பார்த்து பண்ணிட்டாருன்னு. என் கை சுத்தம், இந்த கை சுத்தமான கை. அது யாம்பல்லே இருந்தாலுமே ரூல்ஸ் தான் தவிர நான் ரூல்ஸ் வந்து ஃபயர் பண்ண மாட்டேன். So definitely we will be in the able to give you. So we thought of giving 111, but you are completely satisfied. We completely feel that if we give 2 prize means all the participants will be happy. Because now online session is going on more than 90 presentations, right? So we have received nearly about 180 abstracts. Okay, and there we have rejected 70 abstracts. So 120 papers are in the pipeline of presentation and 90 now offline, and remaining papers are in the online. So it's a wonderful event, and I am happy to be with you all people. Even I also learned many things. I know something about Assam, but these people know today the girl who presented many things about Assam, and I was really happy. Because no, even though she is a UG student, she was able to incorporate all the things. I don't know how come she was able to give all the stuff. And really, I was happy for you, beta. May God bless you with all the blessings. Keep doing the research. Keep doing the research, and don't stop. And I'm requesting you not to, what was that? Feel bad if you're not able to. If you're not able to complete it on time, no problem. Research is doing again and again. Research is doing the research again and again. That is what called as research mean. It is about searching for new knowledge as well as verifying the old fact. That is what called as research mean. Yes, we got a message from the team. Sir, we got a creative technical. Can you present? Yes, Abinia, can you present now? Yeah, that's again technical problem. No problem. We will wind up. And without taking much time, let me invite Dr. Daisy ma'am, Mrs. Daisy ma'am, as well as Dr. Palpandi sir to complete, to give the, what was that, prize winners. Okay, they are taking few more minutes to finalize. And any feedback from your end? We will talk for 5 minutes. Is there any feedback from your end? Sir, நீங்க இப்படி பண்ணிருக்கலாம், அப்படி பண்ணிருக்கலாம். Anyway, we will be giving you the feedback form also. Yes, one more important thing I have talked to you regarding publication. So we are doing publication. Many people asked me, many people called me, sir, we are going to send money. We are sending money, sir. Can you do the publication? Yes, we are doing publication, but not as of now. We will give you 15 days of time. We will give you 15 days of time to send a full paper to the mail ID. once your paper was accepted by the review committee, the review people are from IITs. Okay, we have rejected 70 papers. You won't believe that. We have rejected 70 abstracts. இந்த காலத்துல பேப்பரே வராதுன்னு சொல்ற இடத்துல we have rejected 70 papers. This shows how much quality we have. Okay, so the review team will do the review process. Once the review done, you will be formally receiving the mail stating that your paper is accepted or not accepted. And once the acceptance letter received, then you can do the payment, and then we can go for printing. Okay, publication won't take more than 45 working days. We will try to figure it out maximum to maximum by September, and we will give the books to the St. Mary's institution. They have to formally release the book, and then only you will be receiving the hard copy of your. This is for your kind information. And apart from regarding your certificates, all the online participants, you will be receiving the hard copy certificates. Your certificate is ready. So hope you have filled the form for the certificate committee. We have mailed you from the what was the certificate committee to update all your details. If your details was properly updated, definitely your certificates will be couriered by St. Mary's College only, because it has to come through the St. Mary's College of the address. Meanwhile, if you're having any doubt, you can ask, since they are taking 2 more minutes from us. Shivaranjani ma'am, are you UG or PG ma'am? Shivaranjani? Shivaranjani, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm a research scholar, sir.
Yeah.
Sandiveni Tirupati, PhD scholar or PG student, assistant professor? Sandiveni sir is there?
Am I now audible, sir?
Yes, yes.
Sir, now our internet connection is stable, sir. Can we do our presentation now? Sorry for the inconvenience, sir.
Please, your good name.
Sir, this is students
Hello.
from Guru Nanak College, BA Sociology. This is Abhinaya, Srimati, and Raja Yogambigai.
Okay, to proceed. Okay, ma'am, please present.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. We are undergraduate students from the Department of Sociology, Guru Nanak College, Chennai. I'm Srimati and I'm joined by my teammates Abhinaya and Raja Yogambigai. Together, we will be presenting a research paper titled Voices from the Margins, Slum Dwellers in Social Movements and Revolutions. To begin our presentation, invite my teammate Abhinaya to the...
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a pleasure with you today. My drawing your attention to population that often remains unheard in our conversation, urban development. The slum dwellers global. Million people live in slums. These are communities face daily struggles, be it poor sanitation, unemployment, or deep social exclusion. Historically speaking, slum residents have been silenced or ignored in formal political spaces. This is no longer the case. Across Indian cities, we are witnessing a powerful shift. These communities are becoming organized, vocal, and strategic. They are not passive victims of our urban neglect. Instead, they are active agents resisting eviction, demanding rights, and reshaping urban policy through collective action. The study I will be sharing today is grounded in primary data from selected slums in Chennai. It seeks to understand the motivation that drive slum dwellers to participate in these movements, the strategies and forms of the mobilization, and importantly, the social political impact of these struggles. Through this work, I hope to highlight the resilience, agency, and political consciousness emerging for the urban margins, reminding us that even resistance and hope continue to thrive. This study objectifies mainly focuses on what drives slum dwellers to join movements, how do they organize and resist, and what impact do these struggles have. Now, I invite Ms. Srimati to tell about more aspects of this study.
I'll now explain the key definitions. Slum dwellers. In our study, slum dwellers living in informal or resettlement areas usually lack proper housing, clean water, electricity, and legal land ownership. Social movements. Social movements are collective actions taken by slum communities to fight against inequality. They tend to organize to demand housing rights, basic services, and political recognition. Marginalization means slum dwellers are excluded from society, socially, economically, and politically, because of their caste, income, or they live. Grassroots mobilization. Grassroots mobilization is when local people themselves lead protest or awareness activities within their own communities. Urban poverty. Urban poverty refers to the condition of low income, job insecurity, and poor living conditions faced by many slum dwellers. With that, I now invite my teammate Raja Yogambikai to continue with the next section.
Literature review, urban social movements and informality. Let us dive into the key insights on urban social movements and informality with examples to show why this matters today. Scholars like Castells, 1983, Appadurai, 2001, and Baviska, 2004, show slum movements fight evictions, demand services, and asset identity evolving into organized activism with NGO support. Urban marginality and informality. Mike Davis' Planet of Slums, 2006, calls slum dwellers surplus humanity, yet they create systems like Chennai's water sharing networks. Ananya Roy, 2005, sees informality as governance, with states selectively evicting slums, as seen in Lagos, Makoko, where residents use social media to resist. Slum dwellers as political actors. Appadurai's deep democracy highlights groups like Chennai's Border Totem, slum parliaments, negotiating tenure. Chatterjee's 2004 Political Society shows marginalized groups protesting like Madurai's residents demanding water in 2004 for housing and rights. Fernandez, 2004, notes Chennai's poor using protests for redevelopment. Baviska, 2003, describes alliances like Perumbakkam's Right to Chennai movement fighting relocations. Nairobi's Kibera resident with Amnesty push for 2025 water access. Why it matters? From Sao Paulo's MTST occupations to Coimbator's women demanding sanitation, slum dwellers reshape cities. We must support policies amplifying their voices for inclusive urban futures. Now, I invite my friend Abhinaya to continue it. Now, I would like to briefly walk you through the methodology of this study. To explore the motivations and strategies of slum dwellers, collective action, we adopted a field-based mixed methods approach, collecting 54 primary data points. This combination of qualitative and quantitative tools allowed us to gain a nuanced and layered understanding of the lived experiences, voices, and political agency of the slum residents in urban India. Our choice of methodology was intentional. We
Excuse
aimed
me,
to
please
capture.
conclude your research, please.
So, to wrap up this presentation, I just want to say the problems in slums are not just about broken houses or missing toilets. They are about something much deeper: inequality, exclusion, and being constantly ignored by the policies and planners. And when we actually walk through these areas, talk to people, it becomes very clear that this is not just about poor infrastructure, it's about being denied basic dignity. In my fieldwork, I saw how everyday problems like irregular water supply, fear of eviction, or kids dropping out of the school because of unsafe streets are a part of larger cycle. These are the things that push people to organize, speak up, and protest. I came through one man who runs a small mobile repair shop in the slum. Spoke about to me how he uses social media to bring attention to drainage problems and garbage pileups. It might seem small, but it is a kind of resistance, a fight for visibility. From forming women's collective to staging dharnas in front of municipal offices, slum dwellers are reshaping urban politics from below. Their movements may not always make the headlines, and sometimes they fail, but they are real, they are growing, and they are deeply rooted in everyday life. From forming women's collectiveness to staging dharnas, as a sociology student, this project made me realize that real change doesn't always come from government
Last
officers
1
or
minute more,
academic people. Sometimes it comes from
please.
people who refuse to be silent, even when no one seems to be listening. I think it's important that we, as future researchers, policy thinkers, or even just empathetic citizens, recognize this everyday politics. So, my hope is simple that we start looking at slum communities not as problems, but as a part of the solution. That cities become spaces where everyone has a chance to live with dignity, not just who can afford it. Thank you so much for listening.
Recommendations: legal recognition involving slum representatives, support community-based organizations and capacity building, guarantee regular access to safe water, electricity, sanitation, and waste disposal in all slum areas, upgrade infrastructure in existing slums rather than relocating residents whenever possible, design gender-sensitive sanitation and public health programs to meet women's and children's needs. Thank you so much for listening to us. And thank you for giving us this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Yes, so thank you so much for the presentation. And now let me invite Dr. Daisy ma'am to announce the results for UG and PG.
Yes, sir. Good noon to everybody. I am audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Our presentation is very good. Now we have to announce the best paper in UG. Adrija, the UG Department of English Literature, PSGR Krishnamal College for Women, Coimbatore. And second one is Bobby Pia Gogoi, History, PSGR Krishnamal College for Women. And for the PG, Roshini, First MA, Saratakar College, Tirunelveli. Thank you so much.
Yes, so thank you so much for the paper presenters. And now let me invite Dr. Paul Pandey, Assistant Professor, Department of Political Science, Person Muthuraman at the Usilambati, to announce the results for DSG scholars and faculty members. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. First of all, congratulations to all the paper presenters. All are very nice and informative data with presentation. All the best to all. Congratulations. Now announce the best paper award for the PhD scholars percentage. First person, very nice and informative presentation of Pooja, PhD scholar. Another one is Ritish. The two persons got a best paper award for the PhD scholars.
Thank you, sir.
Another assistant professor's level.
Thank you, sir.
Congrats. Another announcement of best paper award from assistant professors of Dr. Purnima, Dr. Jayamadi. Congratulations, madam.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Purnima ma'am, I thought Meenakshi College for Women, Chennai or Madurai?
Sir?
And Jayamadi also.
It's Madurai.
Purnima ma'am, you are from Madurai, Meenakshi College?
Yes, ma'am. She belongs to Fatima College.
Sorry, Fatima College. Congratulations, madam, for your best presentation. Another one
Yes.
is Jayamadi madam. Jayamadi madam is there.
Yes, sir. I am available.
Congratulations, madam. You are also
Thank you so
best
much,
paper
sir.
award. Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, dear people
Congratulations to
presenters,
all
thank you
the
so
audience.
much for the presentation. And thank you so much, Dr. Paul Pandey and Dr. Daisy, for doing justice for these people presenters. And thank you so much once again, and congratulations to all the participants. Again, I'm telling you, life is not about winning; it is about running. So let us run till we win. So thank you so much once again. என்னை வாழ வைத்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிற தமிழ் மக்களுக்கும் தமிழ் உள்ளங்களுக்கும் தமிழ் அன்னைக்கும் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். என் நாட்டுக்கும் என் மக்களுக்கும் என் வந்தனம் என்று